Hello, YouTube. Welcome back. I'm Jay. This is my mom, Alice. We are in her kitchen. Happy holidays to all. We are in the middle of making our Italian Christmas cookies, pizzelles. I'm going to have mom talk us through making this. We are a very, very old pizzelle maker. A lot of people call these snowflake cookies. It comes in a variety of flavors. I've seen chocolate, I've seen vanilla. We do anise. We use the recipe that came with this. Mom, take it away.
Yes.
Tell us what you're going to do.
We're going to prepare the batter for the pizzelles, the traditional anise cookies. I have the recipe up here, and this is a recipe we use every single year. We started off with melting a cup of margarine. It's very specific in this recipe that you use margarine and not butter. The margarine allows the cookie to get a lot crisper than the butter does. So to begin with, we're going to beat 6 eggs. So I'm going to crack them one at a time and add them into the mixer. I'm going to turn the mixer on so it'll be noisy.
We're going to break this up into 2 parts. We're going to go ahead and make the batter for you right now. I'm going to go ahead and type out our recipe that we use. Again, I don't know if it's a traditional Italian cookie. I've seen it called a snowflake cookie. It seems to be popular outside of Italian areas. What are your thoughts on that, Mom?
Oh, I think that's true. I see them packaged up and for sale at Hannaford and Shaw's and different supermarkets. So I think it's not specific to the Italian community, but I think it started out that way. Okay, we're going to beat the eggs up now.
Let's get in there.
Turn that up. And then we're going to add in the sugar. So to these eggs, we're going to add a cup and a half of sugar, plain old granulated sugar. This is a cup measure because I use my half cup measure for the eggs, so I'm going to use this and measure out a cup and a half. And let that beat in. Beat it until it's smooth.
Do you remember when I used to drink and we would use this as an excuse to drink Sambuca?
Yeah. Now we're going to add in the margarine slowly because it's still warm. So we're going to add that in slowly so it doesn't cook the eggs.
The absolute only time margarine is acceptable. Where'd you get this KitchenAid?
My wonderful son Jay gave it to me.
That's me.
Yes, it is. Okay, now we're going to add in the anise. We use only pure seasonings. We do not use artificially flavored. Now it says to use 2 tablespoons. However,
No.
I use a jar and a half.
Yeah.
A bottle and a half. Because I hate these. It just did not taste right with just 2 tablespoons. We didn't get that anise flavor. Now also we're going to add anise seeds in the pizzelles because that has anise extract and anise seed.
Now, for those of you not familiar with anise flavor, think of black licorice. I know you're already saying gross. Very difficult to find people that enjoy the flavor of anise or black licorice, but boy,
That's about a bottle and a half.
You're not even going to take a sip?
Not yet.
Oh my goodness. You're,
Later.
You're lying to the people
We're
you
going
lush.
to do the flour and the baking powder together and then add it in here. So I'm going to let this be.
Woohoo!
We need 3½ cups of flour. So, get a knife to smooth that out.
Let's take a peek what's going on here.
One. I have to count to myself or I forget what I'm doing. 2. 3. And a half. And that, to me, is a half.
I trust you.
And it works, so I use it.
Your stuff always comes out right.
We're going to add 4 teaspoons of baking powder. So 4 teaspoons. This has a nice little smoother built right in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 teaspoons of baking powder. And I'm just going to kind of toss those a little bit to mix them up.
Probably
Knife works.
show people what you're doing instead of me ruining my sobriety over a bottle of anise extract.
My anise extract alone. Now we're going to add this slowly, because if we add it fast, it'll fluff out all over the kitchen, and I'll have flour everywhere. If I need to stop and scrape it down, I'll stop and scrape it down. Which I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to stop it. I'm going to scrape the sides. Not a lot hanging up on the sides there, but just to keep it honest.
We're almost at a point where I want to get a straw and just put it in.
Now we're going to bring it down again.
It is
we're going to keep adding the flour and the baking powder.
definitely an acquired taste, these cookies. Think
We've been making these for 50 years in this household. Now we're going to beat it a little more, and then I'm going to flip the bowl again in a second.
I think a good descriptor would be if you took a bite of vanilla wafer and a bite of black licorice. Do you think that's fair?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
It's good enough.
And you know,
right?
if you don't like licorice, you can make these cookies in
You can stop.
any flavor.
How would
But
you do that?
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't. It's
You ruined Christmas.
fascinating because as you're making these, as you're baking them in that little pizzelle maker, the place smells so good. All right, I'm going to whip this up a little faster now. And as I said, in the pizzelles, we put anise seed as well as anise extract. It looks nice. It's crunchy. And it's very carefully measured. That looks about right.
Smells amazing. Oh,
It smells so good already. Just
it does.
wonderful.
Boy. Well, that smells good if you love black licorice.
It smells good anyhow, even if you don't like it. There's such a nice scent to it. Okay, this batter is done.
They say women are attracted to the smell subconsciously of black licorice. I'm going to rub these cookies on my neck. Walk around the mall.
We have them all.
Mall. That's where I'm
Now
getting
I'm
your
just
Christmas
gonna
gift.
scrape it. Now, in the next segment, we'll make the pizzelles.
Next segment. Who the hell do you think you are?
I'm the segment keeper.